I hope this is the last video that I have to open up on this scene. A couple of weeks ago, I got pretty excited when I got this package in the mail. This was my third attempt at ordering injectors for our 2013 Mitsubishi Fuso FG that I'm slowly turning into an overland camper. However, unfortunately, as you may be able to tell by the size of this package, it does not at all contain what I'm looking for. What in the... That is not my injector. But here's the good news. I had my suspicions that the right parts were probably not going to show up on order number 3, so I had order number 4 ready to go. And with the click of a mouse, just do it. Thanks for tuning in and welcome back to the shop. Let's give these ones a try. I haven't opened this box yet. I really hope they're the right ones.
This shipment has come all the way from Sporeto in Estonia. Communication isn't great, but let's see if they've delivered.
Oh, that looks like what we're looking for. Let me just say before we go any further that it has been a very long road to get to the point of having these injectors in my hand, as I'm sure you can tell if you've been watching all the videos leading up to this. I will say it's been worth the search. I've gone through dozens of vendors who either ship the wrong stuff, refuse to ship, won't ship to me. But with these in my hands, I think I can confidently say I've found the best vendor on the market. These are genuine Bosch injectors. They're new, they have a warranty on them. They shipped them to me within about a week, and they were about half the price of the next best option that I could find. The only question left at this point, are they what I need to make the truck run? And I know you don't want to miss anything, so make sure you watch this video all the way to the end.
Yeah, sure.
Now, if you are ordering new injectors for your Fuso, one thing that the injectors do not come with is the little rubber seal and the C-clip that holds it in place. So either, if you're ordering injectors, you'll need to order new ones, or you'll need to take the seals off of your old injectors. I'm going to take the seals off of my old injectors, because I didn't order any. Removing the seals is pretty straightforward. The C-clip here, you need to stretch it out, pull it up, and then you can push the seal down. It's pretty tight. I mean, it is intended to seal water out, but with a little bit of lubricant in behind there, you should be able to get it to pop off. So spread the C-clip. What I do is, once I've spread it a little bit, I'll try and rotate it as well to help break the back end free. And then I'm gonna pull it this way. And actually this seal isn't nearly as tight, or doesn't appear to be nearly as tight as the last one. That may be a good reason not to use this one. That's probably gonna let water through. I'm gonna see if one of my other injectors has a better one, but basically you wanna pull this down this way. I used a pair of pliers, but this one seems to be coming off pretty easily. So that slides down off the bottom, and then just keep your C-clip. I'll keep this one just to have as a spare. Now realistically, you're much better off replacing those. They're not that expensive, and if I was going down this road again, I would definitely order a set of them. I may even still order a set of them. With the number of times I've taken the injectors in and out, what's one more time? But for now, here we go with 4 seals and clips that I can now install on the new injectors. Now, there's 2 things you're going to want to make sure of here. Number 1, make sure you put the snap ring on before you push the seal on. Otherwise, you're just going to be taking the seal back off again. And number 2, when you're installing the seal, this side with the little indentation pattern goes to the top, and the narrow side goes to the bottom. So top to the right, bottom to the left. You may also find that it helps to have a little bit of lube on the side of the injector. I just put a really light skim of a bit of clean motor oil, and that helps it slide up into place. The last section of the injector is a slightly larger diameter, and it gets pretty tight.
Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty straightforward. With the seal seated, just pop the C-clip back into place.
And now we have 4 injectors assembled and ready to go in. There is one other step that I took prior to today that I didn't actually capture on video, and that was cleaning out the injector bores with this stainless steel wire brush. I'll throw a link to this in the video description. It was exactly the right size. It had a little handle on the end. I just cut it off and mounted this in my drill, and then just kind of in each of the injector bores, and did a really good job cleaning everything out that was in there. Now, as these are brand new injectors, it's really critical that I don't touch the tips of them when I'm putting them in. I don't want to get any debris into the tip of the nozzle. And also, we want to make sure there's no dust floating around in the air. So I haven't swept the shop and the floor or anything in, well, months, but I haven't done anything in the shop to kick up any debris recently. So hopefully there's nothing floating around in the air and we can get this fuel system back together without getting anything in it.
I've had the injectors in and out so many times at this point, I could almost do it with my eyes closed. And there we go, 4 new injectors.
With the injectors dropped into place and the hardware snug, I'm going to do the fuel lines, torque them, hook up the electrical connections, and then torque the injector hold down brackets.
Be careful with your wrench when tightening the lines onto the injectors. It's easy for your wrench to hit and damage the small fuel return connection. And lastly, I'll pop on the fuel return lines.
Actually, I did that step out of order. It's going to be easier to tighten the line on the injector and then put the return on. I've just put the return on and blocked all access that I have to turn the nut.
So off with the return lines, tighten the nuts, and then put the return line back on again. For torques, you want 18 foot-pounds on the injector, 14 on the rail, and 24 on the injector hold-down brackets.
Injector mounting clamps are torqued, the fuel supply lines to the rail, and the fuel return line are on. All 4 injectors are plugged in. As much as I'd love to just turn the key, crank it over, and see what happens, we need to recode the injectors first. This should be pretty easy with the ignition on and the Autel Scanner connected. We're going to get into the vehicle. We're going to go into control unit, engine control unit, and once that opens up, special function. From here, we can select teach-in, and then we can pick injection valve. The requirements to do this are going to be listed down here. What we have to have is ignition on, and it says it's on. And we are doing it after the components are replaced. We're going to hit F1, and that should recode all the injectors to the computer. Teach-in process was completed successfully. Now, we should be able to crank the engine. Before I turn that key, I want to thank everybody who's been following along this journey in the last year and a half, and it's actually been 4 years since I bought this truck. This is about to be a big moment. It's either going to work or I don't even know what I'm going to do if it doesn't work. Cross your fingers, let's give it a try. If it does start, I am going to shut it off again right away because I have a feeling there's going to be still a lot of oily smoke coming through the system, and I want to get it outside so I don't make the truck run and then die from carbon monoxide poisoning. I have cycled the key a couple of times to make sure I pushed any air out of the fuel system. I'm going to do it again. It's not cold in here, but I also want to have the glow plugs cycle on. We're going to give it a try. Are you ready? Key off, key on. Let's crank. I did hear a bit of a pop there, and I can see like number 2 seems to have smoke coming out of it. Also cranking significantly slowly. I don't know if all the air is bled out. It does say in the manual it could take up to a minute of cranking to start, so fingers crossed. I do think injector probably number 2 might be a little bit loose. Let's try again. It is most definitely trying. And it is also most definitely got something loose somewhere. Let's give it another. Woo!
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh, that's my special boy.
Okay. Something's not tight, but injectors, oh my God. Now, since I know that the injectors are all torqued into place according to the manufacturer's torque spec, that means that it's not my injectors are loose, but the sealing surface is not sealing properly. And the reality is, these injectors, for whatever reason, do not use copper crush washers. That means that this surface here seals directly against the aluminum of, it's not really the head, it's the overhead. And since the injectors are brand new, I know the surface on the injector is good, which basically means I'm gonna have to recut the sealing surface on the overhead. Or it means that I still have some debris that I didn't get out of the bores when I cleaned them with that wire brush. Maybe there's still some debris down in the bottom and I need to pull the injectors, wipe that down again, put the injectors in again, and try it again. Either way, the injectors really are gonna have to come out. But I know at this point, this engine runs. Oh, that's such a relief. It has been 16 months since this engine ran last, and I don't know how many systems I've gone through. And although it has taken me a ridiculously long time, I really hope that the recording of all of this and showing you everything that I'm doing has been helping and will help somebody at some point who runs into the same problem. I didn't come into this with any special knowledge or any special tools, though I have picked some up along the way. This is really a case of trial and error and learning along the way. Fixed? No. Figured out? Yes. Such a beautiful sound. Let's hear it one more time. What the